Hey, this is Dr. Ashley Evans, the founder of the Ash Exchange International, and I just wanted to hop on and encourage you. I've been reading through Nehemiah, and something that stood out to me in Nehemiah 2 was when the king at the time, the Persian king, recognized that he was in this space of sadness and sorrow, and he asked him, he was like, well, why are you sad? Because that wasn't a norm for Nehemiah to function like that in the presence of the king. And I noticed that in Nehemiah 2 verse 2, he says, then I was very frightened. And some other versions say overwhelmed with fear. And I thought that was really important to point out, because a lot of times we like to ignore the fact that, yes, we experience emotions. It's not so much a bad thing to have the emotion, but it's about how we respond to the emotion. Do we allow the emotion to drive us, to lead us, to guide our decisions, or do we respond to the emotion based upon how the Holy Spirit will have us respond? And so he didn't allow his feeling of fear or him being frightened to enable him. Instead, he utilized that to move forward. He trusted God. He allowed his faith in God to be greater than the emotion he was feeling. And I think we all have to be intentional about doing that, because it's very easy for us to say, oh, I'm scared, so I'm not going to do that. Oh, I'm sad, so I'm not going to get up. Oh, I'm angry, so I'm not going to, do whatever task or instruction or assignment that God has given. And it's important to understand that our emotions are driven by our soul, and our soul can be very carnal and fleshy if we have not submitted to the Holy Spirit. And so I just want to encourage you to be praying over your mind, will, and your emotions, your feelings, and not allowing your feelings to drive you and to cause you to move in a certain direction. I also thought about Esther. And when Mordecai was telling her Haman's plan to try to destroy their people, and how he told her, he was like, you need to go talk to the king. But of course she was afraid, because she knew the risk. And sometimes we have to understand that serving God is a risk. There are risks that we have to recognize we have to take. And some of those risks are greater than others. But ultimately, if God is saying do it, and if it's for his glory, if it's for the fulfillment of his will, well, then understand that it's better to obey than to run away based upon our feelings. And so I just want to encourage you to not allow your emotions to rule you. Seek the Holy Spirit. Like, even now, my prayer for you is that our soul, our mind, will, and emotions would come under subjection to the Holy Spirit, that we would not be ruled by those things of the flesh, but we will allow the Holy Spirit to saturate our whole being and control and take over us, so that way we can do things according to his will and not based upon our feelings in our flesh. So I pray that this blesses you. I pray that this encourages you. And I hope that you have a wonderful day. And remember, there's nothing wrong with having the emotion, but it's about how we respond to it. And we will not respond with it in fear, right? We're not going to allow those emotions to drive us and control the way that we function in our everyday lives. So I love you all. God bless you. Feel free to like, share, subscribe to this YouTube channel. And if you need encouragement, hop on, because that's what we need. We need to be encouraged. We need to be equipped. We need to be edified. And we need to do it God's way. So have an amazing day. Bye.